Hello, I'm Kaylee. I was wondering if I could have a few minutes of your time to talk about maternal mortality and mental health. Did you know that 25% of mothers experience postpartum depression and that mental health is the leading cause of mortality in the United States? I personally have experienced postpartum depression after the birth of my twins. During my pregnancy, I was so well supported. There were so many visits and checkups to monitor me and the babies, and I didn't recognize the symptoms of postpartum depression because no one had really ever explained them or how those symptoms were different from just new motherhood and overwhelm. Did you know that after a vaginal birth, a mother has one postpartum visit in the first year of the infant's life? They have at least 7 checkups. The infant is being monitored closely for developmental delays, growth, nutrition, and more, but the mother is kind of just left there. One postpartum visit is not enough for the mother. One postpartum visit, you don't get to know the mother, you don't get to understand how her symptoms are progressing, and it's not enough time to give them the proper education they need to recognize these signs and symptoms of postpartum depression. For decades, this subject has been hush-hush, and the stigma around it has been enormous. No wonder women don't understand or recognize when they have postpartum depression, because women aren't talking about it. And the education that we receive after having a baby is given in moments when we're already overwhelmed and exhausted, and we need to do better. Policy currently around normal vaginal births and even most cesarean sections only allows for the one visit, maybe 2 if you've had surgery. That's not enough to get to know the mother and the real needs of the mother. I think it's vital for the health of mothers in the United States that we increase the number of postpartum visits to a similar schedule as the infants. The infants had a visit at 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months in the first year of their life. I think if we increase the mother's visits to at least match with some of those visits, we'd be able to better recognize these symptoms. That way we could give these mothers the care and education and monitoring that they need throughout that crucial time after they have a baby. I have this pamphlet for you, and if you could look at it, it has some more information about maternal mortality in the United States and mental health, and I would really appreciate your support on this issue. I would love to follow up with you next week sometime. If I could call your secretary and get that set up, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting me talk to you. If you have any questions, my number is on the pamphlet that I gave you, and feel free to give me a call anytime.